Okay.
And we are live. Yep, we are live. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to another edition of Astroworld TV. As you can see, it's just the three amigos today. Fearless leader, he's having some issues like he always does with something.
He bought a lemon.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, what can I tell you? I'm trying to see here. I don't see anybody in the chat yet.
They'll be popping in any moment.
Soon. Yep, got 5 now watching.
There we go.
Yeah,
Richard Murphy's in there.
Richard's in here.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Start letting people start popping on in, before we do a little bit of housekeeping and announcements and stuff like that. So got some cool updates regarding Astropalooza coming up next month. Hey, there's Tom getting on. So happy you made it, Tom. But hold on just a sec. I forgot to do something. I forgot.
Hey, real quick. You ready for some cold weather down there, Scott? You look a little bundled up tonight.
Well, it's not nearly as cold as it was on Wednesday. I just about damn near froze my nuts off.
Yeah. You have a bunch of iguanas falling out of trees in your yard?
Well, I've been down here for more than 4 years. I've never seen an iguana.
Really?
I've never seen an alligator either.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. No.
But
they don't want to hang out. They don't want to hang out
cold.
with you.
Yeah,
we're expecting snow. We're expecting snow here. So
we're gonna get nothing this week, thank God. It's just gonna be bitter cold and windy.
Well, mid to low 20s is like -10 in Minnesota, so down here.
Okay.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be bitter cold here. I think they're calling for like single digits.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fun.
So before we really get things, don't forget, everybody, as you pop in, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, give us a like. We really appreciate that. You only, so far this refreshing, it's only 2 thumbs up. So as you popping in, hey, give a thumbs up. We've got some cool stuff planned for today. Hey, Creole Canuck. We're actually going to revisit PixInsight Lockhart and do some more processing. I was able to integrate one of my DSO targets that I did over Christmas time. So we want to maybe recap what we did last week. And I actually turned it into a little Word document with a little bit of help from AI and everything to help me, quickly kind of build, a nice little document of the workflow and everything. So we're going to go through that. Dave, I'm going to need your help as we go through this.
Sure, dude.
Make sure, as I'm going through the workflow, if let me know if there's anything.
I'll catch you. I'll catch you.
There you go.
I'll be your huckleberry.
That's it.
I'll be your huckleberry.
That's it, man. So yeah, because a lot of this, actually, to be honest, came from your input, right? Us building, based off of last week's video. I just threw it into AI, into Google Gemini, the link of the video, and said, okay, we're starting from this point up till this point. Help me start building a document based off of our discussion and what I was doing here within PixInsight. And taking your, and it took your input and everything, and we started just throwing this thing together. So fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes, and who knows, maybe if it all comes out looking pretty well, maybe I will, I'll take this Word document, maybe I'll post it on the Discord channel, for people who are, our awesome Discord members, they can take a look at it. And if you're not a part of Discord, definitely go to our Astroworld TV Discord, join up. I can put in a link here and just in here in the chat here. So let me do that. We go to that and we copy. Let me see if it'll let me paste it. I don't know. Can you guys see that post? If not, I'll have to drop it in. I'll have to switch really quick.
Which
if you see a
post?
post, if you guys do you guys see a link in the chat? If not, not a big deal.
Nope.
I'll just switch account. So here, let me do this really quick then.
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah. Your workflow doc.
No. For anybody who wants to join our Discord, yeah, there we go. I just dropped that in, so I just switched over to our Astroworld accounts and YouTube, so I can drop that link in. So definitely, if you are new to Astroworld TV or you're new and have not joined our Discord channel, what are you waiting for? Go in there, hop on, and based off of the feedback, maybe like I said today, after we go through this, I may just go ahead and drop that document in the Discord chat. So, all right. Cool. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you guys letting me know that it came up. But we're going to do a few housekeeping things and a few notes, some really cool news. Hey, Otto, how are you? Astropalooza. If you know, Astropalooza is coming up next month. And Dan wanted me to let you all know who right now we have in our lineup. And it's a pretty awesome lineup. So who do we have that is coming on? We have Mr. Astro Backyard himself, Trevor Jones.
Trevor Jones, yeah.
Is coming back on and joining us. It was really cool for him to join us last year. We're looking forward to having him on this year as well. We have Guido Orlemans from Guido's Astro Forum coming back as well, and Steve Miller is joining us.
He did get a hold of Steve.
He did get a hold of Steve.
Good.
Steve's coming on. So that'll be great. As so we'll have two Steves. We'll have Steve Miller and Steve Malia from
Starfield.
Starfield Optics.
Starfield, yeah.
Yes, from Starfield Optics. So
the other SF.
Yes. So he'll be coming on and joining us. From Masters of Pix Insight, we'll have those gentlemen on. Wayne, I believe, Warren's going to be on. Pete, so that'll be great. Ash, our great friend, Wayne Parker from
Skyshed.
Yep, from Skyshed. Catching up with us, and I believe also maybe even gosh, I'm losing it. Not Scott. Visible Dark.
Visible Dark is
Sean. Thank you,
Nielsen.
Sean Nielsen. Sorry, it's a Friday, guys. Forgive me. It's a Friday. So yeah.
No excuse.
Yeah, whatever. I've been fed some ketchup potato chips and they're draining my brain, whatever. But no, so Sean, love you, man. My bad. But hopefully you'll be coming on too, along with Wayne, and Wayne can give us an update on this on the Pod S, the Skyshed Pod S.
Well, if Wayne's going to be on, that'll chew up a good hour and a half. Just kidding, Wayne. We love you.
Yeah. It's all good. So yeah, I mean, hopefully, you guys can join us for Astropalooza next month, and it's going to be a blast. We always have a great time.
What's the official date?
I wanted to. I
Do we
want to
have an official
say.
date? I thought we did.
I want to say it was the 27th, but I could be wrong. It
Okay.
could be the 20th. But we'll double check. We'll double check. I think it was the 27th, but not the 27th, but the 28th. But I could be wrong. And maybe the 21st. But I'll double check. So no worries. Also, another couple other things. First, I also want to let everybody know this was totally on me. Just getting real life in a way. It's getting really busy with a lot of other stuff. I forgot to drop in the link for the January monthly imaging contest. So oops, there was no entry or no link for January. So I am working on setting up for February, and I really want you guys, everybody, novices and experienced, to drop in their images. Images you've may have captured and processed over the holidays, or even prior to that, or even more recent. Drop them in as soon as that link goes live. So, which is going to be very soon, because we are approaching the end of January. So I'm just going to start February up, and then we may just pick, depending on the number of entrants, just pick the top 2 out of each category to substitute for January's miss. So that was on me. Also, I'll be working on the image of the year website this weekend, because I got nothing really else to do, because here in Georgia, we should be getting some snow, which I thought, after leaving Illinois and Chicago and everything, I would just thought I would be away from this crap. And it's like The Godfather 3, I thought I was out, and then as soon they just pull me back in. I'm done with it. Maybe I should just, move to, I don't know, Ecuador, or maybe, or like this of the Caribbean. Maybe I should just go hang out in Barbados, like with Corin, and just head down to, Barbados or somewhere, and just enjoy it, because this is nuts, man. I mean, Scott, you've got cold. I mean, you've got long sleeve shirt on, you got the color, you got a little hat on and everything, trying to keep warm. I mean, it's like the oranges down there have got some serious frostbite down there, man. I mean, it's like straight up frozen orange juice right off the tree. So it's nuts.
Well, it's not there yet. So
Yeah,
57 right now, but by tomorrow night, it's gonna be cold
it's
tomorrow
gonna be
night.
cold. Heck, I just got
Yeah, we're
I just
looking
got an
at
alert that,
-11 wind chill tomorrow night.
wow, in Virginia, wow, in DC area. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, yep. I mean, heck, I just got an alert from my job that the plant's closed, that the plant's gonna close tomorrow because of the inclement weather. So and here, when you get this far south, you don't have any type of road salt services, anything like that. So they shut the whole state down, or at
Yeah.
least,
I
it's
feel
just
like we're not
nuts.
getting that either here in Virginia, because they shut down the whole road in front of my shop today so they could bring out the bulldozers and stuff and clear everything to the curb. It was
Yeah.
so bad. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So, hey, I still have my snow shovels. I don't have the snowblower, but I still got the snow shovels. So we'll see how it all goes. We'll find out. But anyway, let's hop into, imaging and image processing, and see how this all turns out. I think it's going to be really good, having these processing, shows, these processing opportunities, um, to, help out our novice as well as, our experienced ones, and throw in some input. But, Dave, let's let's get into this. So I'll let Scott, if you want to keep an eye on the
Yeah.
chat and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Tom was asking me about my
Your
implement.
pipe.
Yeah, it's a Preben home from Denmark that I had converted into a church warden, Tom.
Oh, really? Way to go, Gandalf. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to share the screen here. And we're going to... All right, so let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, awesome. So basically, here's my Word document that I created. It was based off of the Christmas Tree Nebula processing that we did last week. So there's a lot of cool things in here. And based off of, and I have some disclaimers here that this workflow, just like this, the Christmas Tree Nebula workflow and this workflow are assuming you have the latest version of PixInsight, 1.9, also known as Lockhart, and also that you have Russell Croman's exterminators, Blur Exterminator, Star, and Noise Exterminator. You have the Cosmic Photons repository already loaded up in your PixInsight repositories, and grabbing those scripts as well as SETI Astros, PixInsight scripts. You've got some links in there. So real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to take a few things as if you've never done certain things, but then certain things we're just going to jump right in. So there's different phases. If you can look here at the right, that we have organizing, prep, correction, solving, physics. You have gradients, color, sharpen, reduce and extract, and stretching, and, and the different tools that you'll use. Now, for most people who've already got Lockhart and everything, because Lockhart's been around for quite some time, don't forget to download your catalogs or maybe update if you have the latest Gaia catalog, you're fine, but definitely don't forget to grab your Mars catalog. Also as far as stretching, we also have, stretch for mass. We have the star stretch. We got final assembly, which, I'm gonna, work with Dave. Dave's the aficionado when it comes to image blend and redoing, and doing a little bit of polishing. So, so we have phase 0, like I said, getting those catalogs, your Gaia DR3SP catalogs and downloading all those files, as well as getting your Mars database, as well as your Mars user, Mars DR1U, the one with the U, that's the user contributed file, grabbing those. And don't forget, don't put these catalogs into your PixInsight installation folder, because there could be a chance that they could get deleted if you ever update or upgrade your version of PixInsight. So it's best to put them into a different folder, different space on your hard drive or a different hard drive, and then point to these catalogs within Gaia as well as for Mars. So here in the process, if we go to Gaia, let's scroll down here, and we can go to the wrench here.
Not for nothing, but
Yeah,
the screen is so small that
it
I
is.
guarantee you there's
Nobody can see it.
no way anybody's going to be able to read that.
Okay, so let me see what I can do here so I can improve this a little bit.
I don't know if you can span it out anymore.
Yeah, and let me increase the size here. How about that?
That's better.
We go to 150.
You can narrow it.
And let me narrow it back down here. See if it's going to let me or not.
Oh.
So If not, I can probably have to, because with Zoom, I can't, for some reason, it's not letting me do, both windows. So, but for right now, we're going to just go through these steps really quick. As I said, don't, grab your files, download those files, and Gaia is a lot of files. So when it comes to Gaia, and if we
So, and what are you
yeah,
using Gaia for in this?
Gaia is your for SPCC. So for
Okay,
your
so you don't just go into the script and solve image,
no, I'm talking about for photometric color calibration.
right? So you can go into the script.
But
There's a
it still
script,
looks it still looks at it still looks for a catalog.
right? But you go into the script and you can solve the image that you have, and it uses that guy and it solves each one of your images, and then when you do color calibration, it
Yeah,
knows.
yeah, but you still need to show that you have that particular catalog, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying this is where you go into Gaia. Once you download the catalog,
Yeah.
you have to you go into the Gaia process, and if you click on the wrench, you
Oh,
drop the
you're in
database
Spectrum
files.
Macro. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so when you're in
I see what you're
SPCC,
saying.
so yeah,
I
so
got you. I see what you're saying.
so you drop all those in, and point to, so you can point to when you're doing your spectrum, because these are just things to get yourself ready.
To
So when you're
use that,
doing
I get what you're
use
saying.
it,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah.
So there's Gaia. So because you are going to need that for your catalog search
Right.
when you're
But
doing your color
the
calibration.
photo has to be plate solved already.
Yes, yes, yes. You're going to use image solver for that. I use
Right.
image solver
Now,
for that.
when you run WBP, it will image solve it for you automatically.
Yes, it will. Yes, it
But if
will.
you crop it,
Yes.
so if you don't do an automatic auto crop and
Yep.
then you crop it, you've got to resolve those images.
You got to resolve the image. Yeah, and I was going to hit that here real quick.
Right.
So this is just like the initial stuff. So you want to make sure you got Gaia installed, get downloaded. And once you have that, then you also have your I believe it is MGC. Yeah. So you have your multi-scale gradient. So you need to download the Mars databases. And this is where you drop in those Mars databases is in the multi-scale gradient correction. So once you have them downloaded to your desired location, you can actually click, just like we did with Gaia, you can click the preferences, the wrench button, and you can simply add the file. It'll bring up a window where you look for those
wherever you
files,
downloaded
wherever
it
you
to. Right.
downloaded them to, and yeah, you would just go to that folder. For me, believe I've got
Should be alphabetical.
yeah, see, for me, I've got my stuff in a separate Pix Insight folder.
Oh.
So here's mine. If I go to Pix Insight, and there's my Mars folder,
Gotcha.
and there's my Gaia folder. So that's where I would, put my stuff, which is separate from the actual the install folder that's on the C drive. So just letting you guys know, if you haven't done this yet, you want to download those and, create folders and drop them in there. So there's mine too, right there, my Mars. So I just look for those. It drops them in here into the default area and click OK. So then when you click default files, they pop up and they're there forever. So you don't have to worry about doing that again. So that's just the initial setup, organization setup, things like that. Don't worry, if you've got all that stuff done, don't worry, you're good. But you do need those catalogs in order to do your SPCC, your spectrometric photo color calibration, as well as your multi-scale gradient correction. You need
How
to
how
have
big are
those
those
files.
catalogs?
Gaia is huge. Gaia is, I want to say, maybe close to 4 gig.
Yeah, it's a big
And
file.
it's and there's 13, it's like 13 separate files that you have to download. And then Mars itself is much smaller. I want to say it's maybe about 1.5 gigs for both files. So yeah.
Okay.
So now that you have the initial catalog and organization stuff set up, now you can get ready to do some initial calibration, cropping, all that's linear fit if you want to use, linear fit, all that stuff. So in this case, you would do a dynamic crop. I've already done a dynamic crop. So you would choose a reference image and go through that. And once you choose, like I say, a reference image, say, yeah, I'm going to choose 03, because 03 had some gradient, had a little bit of gradient on the side. So once you have that, and there's a yes here, it's gonna, and you've done your cropping and everything, I'm not going to do it here. Then you would simply drag, before you do your reference image, like here's 03, you want to do HA and S2, you would just drag them one at a time. You would drag the triangle over to your S2, and it will crop it based off of what you have for 03. And then you can do the same thing for your HA. Now, once those are done, and if you had RGB, you would do the same thing for everything, for all of your masters. And once you're done, then you would click and hit the checkbox to execute your final, the actual reference image. So that would be done. And one thing, like we just mentioned earlier, when you are doing dynamic cropping, unlike if you do an auto crop within weighted batch pre-processing, where it's going to copy the astrometric solution, if you do it here, it will delete the astrometric solution, because you'll have to acknowledge and say yes to say, I know the astrometric solution is going to be gone. Okay, yeah. So you'll have to do that. And then once you're done with your dynamic crop, you are going to have to now put that astrometric solution, you have to resolve. You're going to have to do the astrometric solution again. So we go to script and we go to astrometry and we go to image solver. And when that comes up, then you can then do a search for your particular target. Now, this particular target,
it's all in the metadata though. So you're clicking on it and it knows the metadata already that's on that. So unless you have something that, if you're using a TIFF file, it's not going to be in there. You're going to have to manually enter that stuff in. But because it's a FITS file that has been transferred into an XISF, all the metadata is in there. So all that should be good. So all you should have to do is just hit OK.
Just hit OK. Yep.
And
so
it'll solve it.
Yep. So you just hit OK. And it's got my resolution. It's got my pixel size. It's got my my focal length. I could choose any of them. And then you just simply click OK and let it run. And as you can see here, it's going to go through and it's going to solve here again really quick. And boom, it's done. So, and you would just do that with each master. You would do the solve, you would reopen the solver for each and do.
So that's an important thing that people need to know. A lot of people, when you're taking your images, ideally you want all your subframes to be FITS files, because those FITS files, store all that metadata in the files. So that when you stack them and you put them all together, it keeps that metadata in your photos, where a TIFF file or something else may not have all that metadata.
Yeah.
FITS files will have all that metadata that PixInsight's looking for to solve images and everything like that.
Right. Once you're done with your image solver, I know I have it here under phase 2, but you can do this before or after image solver, after you do your dynamic crop. You want to run your first pass of blur exterminator. And this is only going to be a correction only. So this is just to fix the star shapes and any type of aberrations. So what we'll do here is we will go, and I'm going to just grab these over here really quick to get them out of my way so I can grab them. And I have blur exterminator here, and I have it set to just correct only. That's all you need, just check correct only. If you want to take a look, you can do a real-time preview, but with this, I'm just going to run it. So I just drag it on in there and let it run.
Yeah, and so if you're going to do a real-time preview, I would recommend just draw out a box where you think your stars look a little wonky, do a preview window, and then do it on that preview window, because otherwise it might take too long to deal with that.
So as you can see here, it did a little bit of a correction. So if you look at these stars here, if I undo blur exterminator, it's a little brighter, a little bit wider. And if I redo it, it's a little bit tighter. So just want to, so you have that. Okay. So you would do this with each of your images. So let me go back to this guy. There we go. So let's go ahead and just continue doing that. We're going to do that on the HA here. And it's going pretty quick. And we'll do it on the S2. Okay. So now once that's done, and we've already done our image solver script, so we can skip that. I do have a few things in here, just if you have to see, the crop or do anything special, you may have to enter in pixel sizes for your particular camera model and stuff like that, QE curve. So just keep that stuff in mind when you are forcing your image solver. If you have to do that, you're going to need this information. But we don't need to do that right now. So our next step is actually going to be channel combination. So we will go ahead and now combine all these images and make a RGB image. And in this case, since this is narrowband, I usually do the Hubble palette. So we'll go ahead and close blur exterminator here. And we are going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and drop S2 here. And then for red, HA, I'm just going to drop the icons here. Oh, the wrong one. There we go. We have HA and then O3. All right. And now they will also go ahead and inherit that astrometric solution. And we're just going to apply global. Now that it's applied global, we can do another stretch, unlinked. And there is the initial stretch, the initial Hubble palette stretch. Okay. So, and you can name this whatever you want if you want to. I'm just going to name it SHO.
Yeah.
And now we have that. Now, once you have
with those ugly stars.
With these ugly stars, exactly. Now, once we have this set, you have your RGB, or in this case, SHO image with the magenta stars. We are going to run the spectrophotometric flux calibration. And this relies on that Gaia catalog that we downloaded. So mine, I am going to switch this to my ideal QE curve, because I'm using the 585 here, and the 585, IMX 585 is not listed under their sensors. So you can use ideal QE curve if it's not listed. And then you enter in the bandwidth. And I'm using the Antlia Edge 4.5 nanometer. So I will go ahead and now enter in that and run the flux calibration, because you need to do the flux calibration before you can do your gradient correction. So this may take just a few seconds here. And again, a lot of this stuff is right here. And now it's come back with its scales for RG and B, its flux calibration functions. And now that this area is done. Okay, so we are done here. Now we can run our multi-scale gradient correction. Okay, so here, let me double check here, see if there was anything, because I'm going to go here now. This is usually just, you can use the default settings here. Just make sure you have your Mars database loaded up. Everything is already set, and we can go ahead and drop this in and let it work on removing any gradients. So if we stretch, look at all that. So that's the gradient that it captured and removed. So we can go ahead and just get rid of the gradient model here. We don't need it. And now we're done with gradient correction. Now the next step is going to be using the spectrophotometric color calibration. Before we do this, however, let me go to my little workflow here. I use the SETI Astro Find Background script to look and select an area and try to find the ideal background. Okay, so that script is going to explain what it does. It uses an algorithm to try to find the truest background for your image. So we're going to go to script here, and I'm going to go to SETI Astro and find background. And I'm actually going to select a user-defined search area. Okay. And press the control button here. And I'm going to actually go around here. Shift click. I'm going to pick this area here. Because there's not a lot of nebulosity as much as it is in the other areas. So this will be a good spot. And what it's going to do, it's going to run its algorithm and find the best background preview and create that for me. So I'm going to go and run that. Okay, now it is done. And there's the background. Okay, so we're going to use that. So it's right there. And we're going to use this within the color calibration area. Now, here I'll have this set for my ideal QE curve again, since I'm not using any of these other sensors. And
what sensor? Oh, it's 585.
The 585, yeah. And I'm going to be using narrowband filters, so I'll switch these all to 4.5. Okay. And now I will select here background neutralization and from preview, and then drop down and select that background preview. Now let's go ahead and now we can run this guy. Okay. Now, once this is done, we will run our screen transfer function, but this time we're going to link the channels. So now that this is done, and we're going to link the channels, and let's see. And there we are. Now it's all green because hydrogen is so dominant with hydrogen, and hydrogen is our green channel. So there we go. We've got a nice Kermit the Frog looking bit here. Okay. So now
Kermit the Frog that got hit by a truck.
pretty much, yeah, it's exactly. Or more like a gremlin, like Spike gets smushed and ran over. So so now we're going to do our next pass of Blur Exterminator. And so we'll grab that. And we can also, matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of this preview. And I am going to create a new preview. So oh, sorry. Here's my preview button.
That's it.
Yeah, right here. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay. And going to go ahead and let me close this guy. Run Blur Exterminator. So we got sharpening stars and adjusting the stars. And here, did I set any setting here? Let me see. No, I did not. So most likely this, I'm using sharpening at 0.1 and adjusting the star halos at 0, and non-stellar is at 0.9. So if you can see here, the slight, if I'm going back and forth with these settings, the preview button, brighter, sharper. So we'll go ahead.
No, you just did the preview.
Yeah. Yep, I just did the preview. So yeah. So let's go ahead and run that there. And it's done.
No, that's the preview.
Yeah, I know. So I just wanted to see it. Undo. Yeah. And so okay. So now we're gonna do the main guy.
Yeah, there you go.
And let this run. All right, now this is done. And we won't, and I'm going to hold on to this preview here for a moment because I'm going to probably run my first pass. So let's go down here. And we're going to do our first pass of Noise Exterminator. So this is just our first pass. So we are here, it says set our amount to either between 0.4 and 0.5 for the amount in detail, between 0.15 and 0.25. Okay. So reason why they're doing this is because we're running this before the mass stretch. It's going to help when we're ready to do star removal and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and so detail at 0.25. And this guy, we are going to go down to, what do we say? 0.5. So let's go down to 0.5. Okay.
I always do more than that.
Yeah. And let's take a look at the preview and see how that looks. Okay. Not too bad. You can definitely see how it's smoothed out everything. So we can go ahead and run that. And get that done. Now that's our first pass for noise reduction. Okay. So now that that is done, we can go ahead and do away with the preview. Right. And we can close noise exterminator. Now we can do our stretch. Okay.
Unstretch that first.
Yep. So we're going to unstretch this. So we're going to reset this.
Yeah. There you
Yep.
go.
And we can go ahead and look at our preview. And there we go. Now, Dave, let me ask you this. Do you have any settings that you would normally use, or have you when you've used mask yet, have you set it, just left it at the default?
No,
or have you
I change it a lot.
Yeah.
So I bring my target background to the left a little bit.
Yep.
Probably
So
like probably like right in there usually.
yeah.
And then I crank up the aggressiveness.
So let's go here and let's let that go to 0.9 right now. And let's see if that's good. All right, so that's done.
Yeah.
Now we'll crank up the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll try 0.85.
Yeah. And then where you have control contrast recovery, click the preview button there.
Yep.
So now bump that number up.
Okay.
To, well, try 16. Go one up first.
So one up first?
Yeah.
All right.
Ideally, what you want to do is go up to where your stars almost are disappeared. So keep moving that number up until your stars are kind of gone. Yeah, so that like that's right, yeah, so that's probably good.
That's probably good right there.
Okay, so now unclick your preview on that.
Yep.
And then you can do your dynamic range compression and start pulling that up to the right.
Yep.
And see how that helps your contrast and everything.
So let's go up a bit. We'll go to 0.5.
And that'll help your contrast out a little bit.
Yep. And it's not too bad. Let me go to 0.6. And I think that's a good start right here.
Yeah.
All right. So now saturation and boosting.
Yeah, but you're dealing with one color
right now, so it's probably not necessary right now.
Yeah, this is why I never put stuff together like this, but
no,
I'm watching you and I'm
okay. And let's just take a look here. Just now, do you do yours separately? Do you just use image blend for all of your combination?
That is correct.
Okay.
And every one of my channels has all the stars taken out of it before I put anything together.
Gotcha.
And then I put the stars together with SETI Astro's narrowband to RGB stars.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now you see how that second stretch looks.
Yep.
I would almost do that too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like that.
Because that gives you tons of freaking stretch and it doesn't kill it.
Right. Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's stretched out like a mofo.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's a bit much. So okay.
No, I don't think that's too much.
You don't think it's too much?
That's no. I think you're fine right there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think this is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I think this is good. So I'm just going to minimize these guys. So I see what you're saying. You actually stretch your grayscales and everything, your grayscale masters.
Now, if you're not going to do that, if you want to do it this way, I'll tell you what to do. So, so now go. I would get your stars out of that image.
Yeah, I was going to do that now.
Yeah,
was actually, because that's
get
my
your
next
stars
thing,
out of that image.
is because after mass is your star exterminator.
Yeah.
So we're
So
going to
you
generate
need to generate and unscreen
Yep.
because you're non-linear.
Yep.
And I would do large overlap.
And we're out of there. You're going to do
Just
large
because you
overlap?
got a couple big stars in there. So
Okay. And let's go ahead and do that.
so and then yeah, get those things the hell out of there. Yeah, I always take them out before I stretch any of my channels because then I can
Gotcha.
put them back together with SETI Astro's script and
Right.
colorize them to look RGB, and then
Yeah.
then I can stretch them the way I want them
Right.
with that as well.
So we can.
So you can minimize that.
Yep.
Just minimize your stars. All right, now go to narrow
Now
band. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can split, right?
No, don't split.
So you want to go to narrow band?
You've just go to narrow band normalization.
Gotcha.
In
Okay.
process. All right, now make it SHO. Turn your lightness off. Turn your lightness on. Preserve lightness. Preserve, yeah.
Okay.
And then hit your preview. Hit your preview.
Yeah.
Now crank that SCNR way up. Get rid of that green. You don't have to get rid of all of it.
Let's just see here.
Let's start pulling that out of there. Okay, now you can boost your O3. You can boost your S2.
Yeah, now it's more, prerogative, artist prerogative.
Yeah.
Now we got some blue coming.
Yeah, and boost your S2. It'll bring the reds out.
Yep. Let's get that higher. There we go.
Oh, look at that. So you still got some green. You can take as much green as you really want to, but when you use this and you're pulling that green out, it's not getting rid of that green signal. It's just getting rid of that green color.
Right.
It kind of neutralizes it more to the gray. See how now most of that looks gray? You get a lot of gray.
Yep.
So it's almost advantageous to keep a little bit of that green.
Right. That's what I'm back.
If you want to get the color.
Yep.
But like SCNR, the process is you're ripping the green signal out of here.
Yeah.
Where this just neutralizes it to a different color and makes it more gray.
What happens if I boost this blue?
Yeah, so you see that big hole in the middle? That big bright star is going to fill that in.
Yeah.
So
right there.
right there.
Right there. Yeah.
So
okay. And so there we go there. And let's just give this a shot right now.
Just hit square.
It. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to go back here. No, I think I'm good with it. I think I'm good with that. Because I want a little bit of color. I want some gold. I don't want it all gone.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay.
Close your star exterminator too.
Yep. Yeah, close that. Yep. Now that we're there, that we are here, right? We're already stretched and everything. Stars are actually stretched too.
Yeah.
So we could, and maybe you also, what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll take this info and we'll just, because we've got the masters and we can go the other route, with yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here, Let me just go and just want to take a look, see here. Narrow band. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, you'd have to. Ideally, they'd still be linear. You've taken
Yep.
them out in the linear
Yep.
state.
Yep. Okay. So, but let's take a quick look at this. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So script, SETI. And I just want to, remove and show a preview. Just want to see what it looks like. Ugh, that's nasty. It's already
Why
shred.
is it?
Yeah, because it's already shred.
Oh, because you've already stretched
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you do narrowband to RGB stars, it will stretch the stars.
Right.
You can run the star stretch. But what I would do with your star image first.
We can, you know what?
Well,
why don't we do this?
Close this out. Close this
I was
out.
gonna, all right.
Well, close that out.
Yep.
Go back to your star image, okay? And run an SCNR straight on that green 100%. Get all the green out of those stars.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then just apply those stars. They don't look bad. I think running the SPCC in narrowband helped correct those stars, and they look better.
Yeah. So with this, now we're going to go to image blend.
Yeah, you can do an image blend, or there's another script you can go to. That
or I can also go to, because
utilities has a
screen stars.
Yeah, screen stars. Yeah, you could do that too.
This is the one I primarily do, is do the screen stars. So you have your star list.
Yeah.
And
SHO. Yeah.
And then you have
SHO
your
stars. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then it'll create a new image. And this is IC 405. And you just hit the checkbox and you apply it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that looks good. I like it.
And then there you go. Now, and if I wanted to, with this, I could, if I wanted to, I could go here into curves and make, and that's ugly, not that much. Good God. So if I go here.
Hit your check mark first.
Yeah.
Let's see where you see. So you're almost clipping a little bit of the black, but.
And wanna brighten that up there.
My camera died.
The camera died?
They've turned off. I'm back.
Just a little bit of the black here in the background, so not too much. And then apply it. There we go. You know what? And redo. Like I said, all of this is now artist prerogative.
Yeah.
So
I like the original.
I like the original. Better. I like that one. I
like that better.
Dark. Yeah. I just wanted to see how it would do if I added just a little bit of curves to it. So no, that looks good. So here's this rendition. So we can minimize that, and I'll just minimize all these right here. Because another thing is using your method. And I know we've gone off the script here from the
we're good.
So let's take a look at going based off of yours. So
we've already done what to these? We've done Blur Exterminator and what else?
We haven't done Blur X. We haven't done anything except
we did Blur X.
Yes, we did Blur X.
Correct.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
correct only.
Yeah, we've only done correct only.
That's fine. That's all we need to do. So I would yank the stars out of each one of those.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to Star X.
Yeah. No, unclick unscreen because
Oh,
they're
that's right. 'Cause
linear.
it's not. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're linear. You're linear, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
do large overlap. Yeah.
And so. And then let's find out which
all
process.
3 of those.
Yeah, let's see which process comes up. You know,
and then just tuck those somewhere where you come back to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Minimize it.
We'll minimize that.
Tuck that somewhere.
It's going to go there and minimize that guy, and then open up S2, and then do the same thing.
Yeah.
And just rinse and repeat.
And this is the flaming star. Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is flaming star.
Okay. All right. Good. It's just so cropped in, it's hard to recognize.
I know. Okay, so here's that guy. So we have our S2 stars. And now we go to our HA and rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Any questions or any comments in the chat? Because I can't see anything.
I've been
doing it.
Let's see.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
We got nothing.
Interesting. All right. No worries. All right. So here we go. Now.
So.
Close that. So what do you do next?
I run noise exterminator on all of them.
All right. So let's do that since these are still linear.
And I would reset the tool and run it as default.
All righty. Let's do that. We're doing that.
I mean, the HA is pretty noiseless already.
Yeah.
But,
okay, so there's one. And here.
That's got some amazing detail in there.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of sulfur in
that's my high pass filter right there.
All right. And we got O3.
And there's a lot of noise in that.
Yep.
And now it's magically gonna be gone. Ta-da. Look how smooth that is now.
Look at that.
All right.
All right.
All
so
right. Now do the HA first. Close that. Let's do the HA.
Sweet. All right then. Let's go mass and let's go to a preview. Oh, sorry.
Reset the tool. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's reset.
Reset that and undo yours.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's just. What's this guy doing? There we go.
All right. Undo your stretch.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Is it reset?
Is it stretched?
I think so.
No, it's linear still. It's green. So
there we go.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I always use the buttons up top.
Yeah. All right. So now we'll go to mass. There we go.
All right. So go to aggressiveness and push that up to the right. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not all that way. Come back a little bit. There you go. Okay. Yeah. And you can turn color saturation off because we're not in color.
No, right.
Contrast recovery. Looks good. Just do that. Just stretch it.
Stretch it?
Right. Yep. That looks fine. Okay. Leave it like that. Okay. Yeah. Just leave it.
Yep.
Because we can always stretch it later.
Right.
Yeah. Try your O3, see what you get.
Oh,
Oh,
gotta reset it.
yeah.
Yep, gotta reset it.
Reset. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
All right, so now this I might pull your target background back a little bit. Back to the left a little bit. Okay, maybe right there.
Yeah, because we got some there.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Do that. And we might have to do a little work on that one too. You've got a little bit of a gradient there. All right, leave that the way it is.
Yep. Did we run gradient?
We did.
We did? Okay.
I thought you did on all of them, yeah. Maybe not. So
Maybe
we
not.
can still do that. It's
Yeah,
not a problem. We can
yeah.
still do it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead.
It may not work because you don't have any stars in the image.
Yeah.
So we can,
That's
but
true.
we can run Graxpert. Yeah, and that'll work.
Yeah, that looks like it had a lot more gradient in it than I was expecting.
Well, that's the one you're gonna get gradient in if you're gonna.
Okay.
So that's what it took out.
No, this is the corrected.
That's the new one.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, yep.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, get rid of that one. And then don't do Graxpert. Go to process. Close Graxpert.
Fine.
And then go to process.
Yep, we'll close this too.
Yeah. And look for gradient correction. Just gradient correction.
Right.
Sometimes that works better. And just leave default. Try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that flattened it out better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And just in case.
Oh no, S2, we got to stretch that one.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think we did any type of gradient correction on these.
I didn't see much on those.
So I'm just gonna run it really quick.
Okay. Yeah, it did flatten it out a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it on that one too. Yeah.
And then I'll stretch it.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot on those two. They were pretty flat.
Yeah, that flattened it out. Okay, so that's done. Gradient correction's done.
Now unstretch it. Unstretch that one.
So we'll reset this guy.
And then
go to mouse here. Wow, right. Look at that.
Yeah, pump up your aggressiveness.
Go to 8.
Might go a little more. Okay. Yeah. And stretch that.
Stretch that. Yep. Supply that. Okay.
All right. Now.
So now everything should be stretched.
All right. So next thing we've done, then we're going to do go to script.
Yeah, we can.
And pull up Steady Astro, narrowband RGB. And put your HA 03 and HA stars, 03 stars, S2 stars.
Yep.
Okay, now hit preview or
preview.
show preview. You have to expand that out. And then go to green channel blend ratio and apply star stretch.
Let me see here. There we go.
And apply star stretch. Actually, unclick the green channel. Yeah, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so do your star stretch. I usually do it pretty tall, around 6.5 to start. Because if I want, I can always reduce them.
Right.
And then do your color boost way up, like 8, or well, I guess it only goes to like that, and then hit refresh preview. Okay, so bring your stretch factor down a little bit, and maybe bring your color down a little bit. and then refresh your preview. Now you're zoomed in on one specific spot. Go to your fit to preview and bring that down to like the 1 to 2. Yeah, there you go. That'll give you more of the idea of what you're looking at because you're really zoomed in. Hit refresh, yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Still.
This is the field. No, this is the field.
Yeah, but you're zoomed in. See where your bars are? You're zoomed way in. You gotta fix your zoom. Fit to preview, hit that. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was at.
That's, you are zoomed way in.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I guess that is okay.
Yeah, that was it.
So,
all
right. So, I mean, that looks fine to me.
Looks really blue.
Well, because a lot of those stars are blue. You have the one over here on the left side, on your left side. That's the only one in that whole area that's really not a big, bright blue star.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and execute. I mean, that one in the middle is definitely a hot blue star. All right. So now you have RGB stars. So what I would do is, well, it says narrowband RGB stars, so you're fine. You can minimize that.
Yep. So this is minimized.
Put that off.
Yep.
All right. Now go to image blend.
Right.
Let's start with the HA. I always start with the HA. And then the HA again. And we're going to do color. All right. What color you want it to look like? I like the orangish, kind of orange. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And then
something like that.
you like a little more of the gold. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, right now, you can work these sliders, your midtones and your black point to get that looking the way you want it. So left is more, right is less. And then pull up your black point a little bit to kind of, there you go. You can keep boosting that. Now you're basically working the curves of just that image.
Right.
And coloring it the way you want it to look. And like I said, we can always stretch it more later, but let's not overkill it here. So yeah. So you like that?
Yeah, this is fine. This is a good
okay.
start.
So you're going to replace that image. So you can create a new image or make that image you have.
We're going to create a new image.
Yeah, because that way you'll save the black and white.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So once that's
reset
done,
your tool.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
now
look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right. Pull up image blend again. Or change your identifier. I usually change my identifier to like HAC for HA colored.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way it's easier to find. And then go back to image blend.
So now that we have our HA set.
So now you put your HAC.
C in here. Yep.
And then now put your 03. And do color. And find the color you like it to be.
Okay. Something like that.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So now maybe adjust your black point a little bit. Get that black background a little darker. And then now you can boost your midtones to bring up You're
Going the wrong way.
boosting. Yeah, left is more right. There's so many things on. You think more is to the right, but it's actually to the left. So yeah, that looks kind of good.
Let me move this a little. There we go. I like
Okay.
that blue better.
So now with this, you're not going to replace that image. You're going to screen it in.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Look at that.
Ooh, boy. Now we're cooking with fire.
There you go.
All
Yep,
right.
yep,
So
yep.
now I would replace, I would not do create a new image because you're basically just put it on top of what you got.
Right.
So hit the check mark. There you go.
And now
Reset.
we reset.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just take a quick look here.
Now you're HOO. So now you can go back.
Now we can look at the HAC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your S2.
S2.
And now color.
Yep.
And you want obviously like a red.
Yep.
Right. So now before you blend it, now see how your background's kind of red. So bring your black point up a little bit to kind of darken the background. And then you can play with your midtones or your highlights to bring up the nebula. And then you go down to screen.
Yeah. Okay. And highlights.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
And then go down to screen. You should be able to see what it's going to look like. So, no, yes.
No.
So what do you want more of?
I want to maybe less red so we can get a really good combination.
So you still have that up top. So do your highlights and your midtones up top. And it's going to bring out the yellows and the reds and the blue.
There we go. That's better.
See, because right now, that's why I don't like to overstretch it initially, because as you're doing this, you're stretching it even more. See, that looks pretty wicked.
All right. So yeah, no, this is nice right here.
So now hit your check mark.
Okay. And
all right.
then let's reset.
Yeah, reset your tool. Now go back and pull that image back up. You're not done yet.
Yeah. All right. Now we go back to image blend, and now we go here.
HAC.
HAC.
And
now we do the high pass, right?
Yeah, bring that S2 back in there. And now do high pass. Okay, now run your filter radius up until you start seeing a lot of the detail that's within that S2.
One more.
Okay, now go to, instead of replace, you're going to play overlay. That's going to look crunchy, but what I usually do is I'll just pull the opacity down. Yeah, just keep coming down. Keep coming down. Probably about half is what you want. You don't want it to look too crunchy.
Right.
And then that softens it up.
Okay.
And then
unclick
your create and hit that. All right, reset the tool.
Yep.
And then put that back in up top. And put your narrow band of RGB stars. And you're going to do screen. And then create a new image. Create,
Yep.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
already set.
Go ahead and create a new one, yeah, and click it.
And there it is. So yeah, two different types, two different ways to do it. I'll be honest, I like the image blend. I really, really like this freaking image blend. Man.
It works amazing.
You know, so there you go. All right. Scott, what are your thoughts, man?
So, and if anything, what I would do typically, Eric, is I'd run another noise exterminator on it afterwards, because of doing that high pass and stuff. A lot of times you create a little bit of noise. Then I'd probably run one final pass of noise exterminator. Well, but you didn't open it up. If you open it up, you put the color part in. You know what I mean?
Let me see here. I can undo it.
Yeah, I would undo it, because when you open it up, it has the yeah, see intensity, color separation. Yeah, you want to do it with that. Yeah. Yeah, once you have a color, that's when you want to put that on.
All right. Now, it's nice. It's very nice.
I like the workflow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like the green one?
Let's close this guy out and let's minimize that guy. So yeah, so you've got two different ways to do it, but no, the image blend, and honestly, doing it these two different ways, the image blend looks way sharper.
Yeah, I
You
like
have so
that
much.
one.
You have so much more control
Mm-hmm.
with the image blend.
And the colors you want to turn out.
Yes.
You know? And it's basically, you're basically doing a colorized SHO image where, you know, Stephen Miller did a thing about colorized SHO. It had a whole process of doing that, but that was before Image Blend came out. So I'm curious to talk to him and see if he's using Image Blend now to do what he used to do by colorizing. And the way he used to do it before was a pretty long process. Now with Image Blend, it's so much easier to get that colorized image.
All right.
Yep. So are you going to modify that document?
Yeah, I think I will.
What we did tonight?
Yeah, I think I will. I think I am going to modify it based off of, you know, the discussion here with Dave and everything. I mean, what were your thoughts on the two different images? I mean,
no, I agree with Dave that
the
image blend is definitely a better way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I was explaining, when you're stretching it, when you're using Image Blend, you know, the key is to stretch it, but don't overcook it, because once you get into Image Blend, now you're going to be messing with curves and you're stretching it a little bit more. So you don't want to overstretch it, and then you really get too much going on.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, I had to learn that, because sometimes I was overstretching it, and then I'd get into Image Blend and I was finding myself trying to unstretch it, and then I'd end up clipping data. and I don't want to do that.
Right.
So the key is to little baby stretch, and then as you use an image blend, you know, playing with those curves and image blend, you're stretching every channel, that little bit every so often. So
Everything in moderation.
yeah, start off at the bottom and work your way up, because if you start up here, you can't work your way down without clipping data.
Right. Don't drink the whole bottle of Jack Daniels all at once.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Don't do that.
For sure. And there.
Tom Peter said, just for giggles, blend the two together.
Now,
like,
what I am going to do is I made the SHO stars. So here, I'm just share my screen here again really quick. Share.
oh, you put the SHO stars in there.
Yeah. So now, you know, because I've added, you know, if you can see here, it looks these look a little better in my opinion.
Yeah, they have a lot more color.
Have a lot more color. I've added
color
some
variation.
saturation. Yeah, I've had to add some saturation to them and everything.
Yeah, put those in there.
So I'm going to put this in here. So we'll go to scripts here, and we can just maybe even just do screen stars, keep it simple.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go start this view. HAC. I think, yeah, SHO stars. And I'm just going to name this 2 since I already created an one. And run it. Close that out. And let me minimize these guys here. And minimize that guy out of the way. So you got image blend. So here, let me get rid of the curves.
Yeah, I like that. That looks good.
I like that. Looks good.
Yeah, I'll have to mess with the SBCC and narrowband mode to see if I can get. I mean, those stars came out really well.
Yeah, yeah. So this is probably going to be my finished product here. So yeah, this looks really good. So something I can put on astrowitheric.com and all that stuff. I've been messing around with my website for a while, working on making some tweaks to it. So this will be a nice one to add.
And I love how the O3, you know, and how that star, I mean, it looks like it's just really radiates. Like it,
yes.
You know, that star really radiates a lot in that area.
Yeah,
it looks good. I love how it lights up the center of that.
Yeah, no, like I said, you know, your method of, you know, going through each channel, you know, blur X, not even worrying about the color combinations or anything, and doing your gradients, stretching, you know, taking out your stars, then stretching and everything. I can see how it will make a lot of sense. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and redo the document and focus and maybe have it focus more on the image blend method, right?
Yeah.
Than what I had before. So yeah, all right.
And it's quick.
Yeah, I mean, it actually is.
Look how quick that went.
Yeah, I mean, actually it is.
And that was taking it right from the calibration, right?
Right after I integrated, I just did a quick crop before we got started, and we did everything. You know, I did the dynamic crop, but everything else from image solver and everything we did right here. You know, so it just took us just a little bit, maybe a little over an hour. So no, that's really, really good. Okay.
Looks great.
Yeah. Kudos.
Yeah, so, I was
David,
hoping
I'll
Dan
send you
was going
something
to
else.
have that Medusa data up, but he apparently didn't get it on there. So,
Okay.
because I'm anxious to mess with that data.
Yeah. All right. So I hope everybody enjoyed this little tutorial and little walkthrough, and definitely, just save it, replay it, go through it. But I am going to work on what I've got
One
here.
the one thing you might want to do with the document is just put a reference to the what episode show it is on here, so that you can use the document in conjunction with watching this episode.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. Great idea. So I'll redo the document over the weekend and update this. And yeah, then what I'll do is once it's done, I'll send it to you guys.
Yep.
I mean, Dave and Scott,
Yeah.
let you guys take a look at it prior to me putting it out onto Discord.
Cool. Sounds good.
So yeah.
Francisco, you're late.
Yeah.
You're going to have to rewind and watch.
Yeah, it was this was a good show. This was a good session, for processing my Flaming Star Nebula that I use with the 585. I tell you, the 585, even though it's a small chip and you're
It gets such
really
great
zooming
detail.
in, you get really, really great detail. You
Yeah.
really do. You get some
I'm going to have
really,
to bite
really
the
good
bullet. I
detail.
think when I get my tax return, I'm buying one.
Yeah. So this just goes, just doing this just goes to show, how good that is. So
What's that
I think
camera
it's
go
worth it.
for?
They're
The
cheap.
mono, yeah, they're really inexpensive. I have the mono one. So mine, I want to say it was
It's like
about
$600-700, 800
no, it's like
bucks.
eight. I think it was like eight. I think it's about
Yeah,
eight.
about 800 bucks.
Yeah, and
And
I've got the
it's,
Altair Astro,
yeah,
where you can look at the Player One model as
yeah.
well.
So, and it's tiny little pixels. It gets such great detail.
Absolutely.
And on you're using it on the FLT, right? The
Yes.
91.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like to put that on my 80 would be such a great match.
Yeah. Yeah, it
You know?
would. I mean,
Because
even
I'm undersampling with the 571 on my 81.
yeah, because this is a really good match for the Rasa too. I haven't used a Rasa in such a long time, but this would be a really good. This is just like the 183, small pixels, but now you don't have that amp glow like you had with the 183. So it's a
Good
really, really good
QE,
match. Yes,
good
great.
QE.
Yeah, really good quantum efficiency.
Yeah.
So absolutely, it is. It is pretty. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So
So I guess the only downside you would say about that camera, it's 12-bit.
yeah, but you know what? The detail you get out of it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay.
It really is. It's okay. So no. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay. Let me flash the final image here one more time before we get out of here.
He used the FLT 91 and the 585.
Yep. So share and pixels. So there it is. Let's get that out of the way here. But yeah, so nicely done here, my friend. Nicely done. So the Flaming Star Nebulae. And this is, SHO and using image blend after, stretching the masters, the monochrome masters, first taking out the stars, and then stretching. And you can still then stretch your narrowband. So no.
Yeah, Matt said just get the mini cam. I've thought about that, Matt, too.
I was thinking about it too, honestly.
Because that's a great setup with that same sensor, and now they make it with the 3-nanometer filters.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that mini cam, but then I went back and it's like, wait a minute, I've already got the 4.5 nanometer
Yeah, I mean, I've got all the filters as
filters
well,
and
so
everything. So I was just like, then it's like it was going to be a bit,
yeah.
more than I actually needed. So I decided just to get the camera itself. But okay, but there it is, folks. My flaming star. So I got some really good. I think I got really good acquisition data to be able to pull this out with Dave's help. So thanks
Yeah, it
again, Mr.
looks
Dave.
really good.
Thanks. So yeah. All right. So we are going to call it a night, I think. And
Yep.
thanks again for everybody for joining us. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the chat, as well as thumbs up. Leave a comment, everything. I will, like I said, we'll work on a few changes, a few updates here to get it all done. But no, hope you guys enjoyed this session and this little tutorial and walkthrough that we did. So until next time, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay warm.